Alright, so good morning. We are live. It is the middle of the week, Wednesday, the 21st. Welcome to a market open live stream. Um, so coming into today, I had a bit of a rough night last night. Didn't sleep the best. So it's always something that I want to be cognizant of coming into a stream. So quickly, I'm going to get a few stocks from the scan right over here. Yeah, and coming off of a day where I don't have proper sleep, I'm probably not going to get super aggressive. So let's look at stocks from yesterday real quickly. Um, I'll keep AMPX up there. VRAX, meh. See, I'll keep AMPX. We have, looks like our leading gapper is EVAX, which I think I've traded that one in the past. MTech is only 74 shares of volume. It's 1 minute till the market open right now. I'm a little bit behind. I do not enjoy. So it looks like I'm gonna be watching EVAX on the open right now. $3.25 stock. What did we get for float? Market is just about to be open. There's the opening bell right there. So we're getting some selling pressure straight away out the gates. Gonna try to bounce kind of off view up there at 13. Okay, so it's only a 3.5 million share float on this one here. Another daily, we're kind of opening into all this resistance here. Kind of opening right into the 200 EMA. Okay, there's 28. Lots of selling. Wow, straight down through view up. AGRI. This one's putting in some green. MTech, I'm not really interested in that one there. So be paying attention to EVAX for right now. We'll see if this thing can do a red to green. That's a gnarly red candle in the middle of that there. 25-cent drop. So just watching right now. No trades yet. Looks like EVAX is really one of the only ones I'm interested in trading right now. There's 25. So we're currently back up here. Big buyers at 25. Yeah, that should have been a signal right there for me to hop in. I mean, these dips on this thing are looking to be a bit heavy. They can get going. It's nice to push there to 36, but then that rejection straight away. So it looks like buying for retests of certain levels is not going to be a good style with a stock like this because we keep getting these big flushes, and where I'd expect to see support, it looks like some green comes in, then followed by much more sellers to outweigh them. Oh, right. I forgot about that one from yesterday. We had SOBR that ran Power Hour yesterday, but we're down 22% right now. So, yeah. Guess that's kind of that. Overall market right now, where are we at? Pretty much flat. It looks like we opened slightly gapped up, but we're kind of retracing that move right now. So, yeah, and if we look on the daily chart on the SPY, it really does kind of look like we're heading for our new lows, or looking to get back towards these lows. Let's look at the chart on SOBR real quick. So yeah, we had this really nice move yesterday, and then sold off after hours. We had a nice move this morning, but yeah, now we're selling off, and there's really not much volume on this thing. So yeah, now we've got a good 30 cents to go till we're overview up. So I'll give this one a second. I'm not really interested right now. Did that just happen? Wait a second. I was not looking at that and it snapped to 52, or is that just an algo spike, or what happened there? Didn't even see that happen. Yeah, that was insane. What was that? I mean, what is this nasty candle? This is gross. This is ew. As a long bias trader, this just kind of hurts to look at just a little bit. So we're up 60% of the day, but not looking too great right here, especially after this nasty rejection. So I'm seeing SL and G being called out. Oh, this is actually halted to the upside right now. Um, Approval to export liquefied gas. Oh, this isn't even the U.S. Department of Energy to export. Yeah, we're still with solutions. Okay, so this is the headline. So yeah, I guess that's what it is. That's why we're up. Um, but looking at it right away, I'm not the biggest fan of these because it's slow volume into a halt. But I guess with the backing headline, it could make a decent move. We have pre-market highs here at 699. I'm also seeing FOXO. That was a stock I believe from not yesterday, but the day before. Let's take a look at that one. We're up to 30%. Oh yeah, nice. So on the daily chart, it's a dead cat bounce. And I'm usually not. It's not my favorite daily look, but so resumption on Sling or SLNG makes me think of Sling. It's gonna be in. Let's see. Um, 36. Wait, no, that was the whole time. So yeah, 41 and 30 seconds. So it should be in about 5 minutes. Or what am I talking about here? 30 seconds. I looked at, yeah, if it's a 5 minute halt, that's what I meant to say. Could be a 10 minute halt, then it very well could be 5 minutes. It's kind of a nice breakout on the daily, over 200 EMA. It doesn't look terrible. Well, we'll see what this thing's going to do on resumption here. Watching. So maybe I was right in my incorrect speech. Hey, it's going to be another 5 minutes. Looks like it's going to be a 10 minute halt. So let's mark out, well, it's 10 minute halt. Let's mark out some of these daily levels. So it's certainly going to be a pivot level there. Um, yeah. So now actually looking at the daily, I mean, we've got a lot of resistance to run into, to get past, I should say, that we're running into. So I probably won't get too aggressive with this thing. I might look for a trade off the resumption with smaller size, but yeah. Right away, I want to ask myself, you know, does this thing have enough eyes on it to really push it through these resistance levels? My guess right now is obviously there wasn't many eyes going into this halt, but now that it is halted, it's been 10 minutes, it's probably going to have more coming out of the halt, especially because this morning there isn't as much opportunity. There's not an obvious, leading gapper. Now that I say that, I realize that I see EVAX is actually starting to go up. So let's take a look at this one over here. Let's pop it up over on this chart here. What the heck? Yeah, so we're above VWAP now, the 321. So go over to EVAX right now. Another one of these ridiculous spikes? This is weird, man. And it's giving the chart such a weird look, such an ugly look with these huge wicks. I mean, in every time frame. So yeah, I'm not too convinced on this one right now, but we'll see. So we're just consolidating over VWAP right now, which is good, but we'll see if we can hold. So we'll see where this thing resumes at. Resumption, if it's a 10-minute halt, is going to be in about 50 seconds. So 15 seconds till resumption if it's 10-minute halt. The bids are real high. Well, I wonder how high of a resumption we're going to get out of this halt. So we'll watch here. No resumption. So it looks like it's going to be a 15-minute halt to my surprise. FOXO. Sellers came in. SOBR, no good. AGRI. It doesn't look bad particularly, but I would like to see it maybe over 90s. Be towards the $2 mark, but yeah, I'm not interested right now. Yeah, what are these ridiculous wicks on the stock? What is going on here? So weird. Okay, come on, Mike. I don't know why it keeps loosening up on me. So evacs looks like volume is starting to decline. Though we're making an attempt back to VWAP here. This stock has just been so weird, and we have had these ridiculous wicks here to now both the up and the downside. So I don't know if it's algos or if they're having a field day with it or what is going on. But this thing has been flushing like 20 cents with no warning, or at least 10. And I was tempted there to buy this first pullback here, which I've been realizing hasn't been a very consistent trade recently. Um, like when we break out of a significant level, like in this case, we have this pre-market pivot. We break out by about 4 cents. Well, not really. We break out by 2 cents here and pulled back. And I was thinking about getting in the dip at this pivot level here, but yeah, I'm glad I didn't touch it. Oh, and there's SLNG. I'm gonna miss it because I was just talking, and it did do a dip and rip. Man, I was just chatting and I wanted to watch this resumption. Not sure why I was a second behind there, but that's all right. I probably wanted to trade anyway off this light volume, but we had some nice volume into this resumption. Straightened into our halt. And it did give a nice trade down here from 750. We dipped to VWAP and then ripped, so that was nice. Good to see that held up. Gosh, I really did want to take a trade off this resumption, though, and I wasn't paying close enough attention to it. Wait a second. It was because it wasn't a 15-minute, it wasn't full 15 minutes, was it? Because that it halted at. Wait a second. Yeah, it halted at 36. So why did it resume there at like 50? It just randomly resumed. I don't think that was even on my fault. Looking back here, no, that wasn't even on me. It just started trading randomly. It wasn't even at a 5-minute interval. I don't know what's up with that. Yeah. Wow, Mara's still cruising. Wow, look at that. Up 10%. Nice. That's cool to see. I do have a long-term position on this stock here. Yeah. So let's look around. SOBR. No, that wasn't the one. SLNG. So I was just kind of frustrated at myself for a second here because I thought I wasn't paying attention on a resumption, but in reality, it resumed at a random time. It was a bit strange. I was waiting for the 5-minute resumption, didn't happen. 10-minute didn't happen. So 15-minute would have been at 51 and 30 seconds, and it resumed at like 50 or 49, something random. So that was kind of weird. So I couldn't have really been prepared for that if I was just sitting there watching it closely. So that was a bit odd. Looking at the stocks from today, still have AVAX is kind of consolidating here around VWAP. So this one's not down and out yet. No trades in the day for me yet. What is SLNG going to do? How is this one going to end up trading? You rip through all that resistance I had marked out. So, it's kind of cool to see, but let's mark out some other resistance. So we have this here on a high volume day. Got these two levels here. Let's see here. I'll mark out this high because obviously that's a level, but we'll see if we can make it that high. Okay, so we got a lot of lines drawn. I start to not like it when I have too many because then I start to like not know exactly what's what. So SLNG, yeah, we've got that catalyst, and that's what's driving this right now. They received approval to export liquefied natural gas. Wow, for a term of 28 years, that is actually a pretty big deal. So yeah, we'll see. And the thing was, is this catalyst, this headline didn't. I think it came out during pre-market. What time was this? Yeah, 7:20 a.m. But yeah, the funny thing was, it had the news pre-market, and we just sold off the open, and then reversed, and now we're halted up to 2 times. So a little bit different. Yeah, so my first thought was I didn't really care for it, but now I'm thinking about it. In 28 years for that headline, I mean, it seems like a pretty good headline right here. They're authorized for exporting liquefied natural gas for 28 years. I don't know. Maybe this thing's gonna have some power behind it, but I'm just kind of cautious on a stock like this. There's Mara trying to pull back now. The market is pretty much flat right now, just trading sideways. Resumption on this would have been, I've kind of just assumed, which probably wasn't the best on my part, but probably I just assumed it wasn't going to be a 5-minute halt after this was, 15. But even though this reflects it being 10, yeah, I don't know, something was goofy there. So resumption should be at, let's see, it halted at 50 and 4 seconds. So it should be at the on the hour, 9 o'clock and 4 seconds. If it's a 10-minute halt, so right now we're up 62% on SLNG on the day. So are we gonna get 100, 200% move on this stock? Not so sure, but I'm feeling kind of optimistic on it right now. So we've got about 2 minutes till resumption. No good on FOXO. No good on SOBR. AGRI is going higher. Volume started coming a little bit here, but I don't really know about this one right now. MTech, no. And EVAX, we're still consolidating right here on the VWAP. So maybe this one will start to curl. That would be nice. AMPX, no good. We're down 20% now. So really the only two that I'm watching is EVAX and which was our leading gap this morning. We're still up 68%, but we're just consolidating here. I mean, volume is still there. But anyway, we'll see what this thing wants to do. I'm not gonna try to trade it in this consolidation here. Though there is some range. I mean, you could try to trade this range here. It's almost like a 10-cent range. So we could potentially scalp that, but I'm not interested in trying that. SLNG resumption will be in about 30 seconds if it is going to be a 10-minute halt. So we'll watch. Watching. If it's wow. Almost punched it there at 94 when it was holding. Yeah, I'm just too slow on this one here. And these are inherently high risk resumptions. Now we're in the third halt. I wanted to take it there. Man alive. If I caught it on this halt, it's $2 a share. Hmm. Hmm. Man, this thing's cruising now. And now I'm definitely not going to touch out of this resumption right away. Um, because it's the third halt. So I kind of missed my opportunity on it. This was a nice dip and rip, and it opened at a weird time, so I wasn't watching. And this here, I guess, kind of did the same thing. So nice resumptions. I'm gonna miss out. It's okay. Still no trades for me today. So, halted here. Let's look around. There's nothing else new on the halt scans except for SLNG, of course. And everything else is selling off here. So there goes SOBR. AGRI, this one's still in play, I guess, but I'm not really interested in trading it. The volume is very light right now. EVAX, I don't even know. Still consolidating, but we'll see if it can break out of this range. It might start to get interesting, but as of right now, I don't care. I'm not interested in trading it. So this might be the one. I mean, honestly, this is the third halt. So inherently, this thing is risky. And this one was risky off of the first resumption, and I missed that dip and rip. That probably would have been the safest entry on it. Would have been the first dip and rip off the halt, off the first halt. Now we're in the third halt at $10.34. We're up 100%. It's got a pretty strong catalyst though, and the market has been really, really, I mean, not doing very well. It's been kind of hurting for momentum. So I'm wondering if a stock like this all of a sudden is gonna, spark some, I don't know, some real good action. That's the feeling that I kind of get on it because we've had such limited opportunity that now that this is moving nicely, yeah. So like look at this. So like into this first halt, it halts with 16,000 shares, unhalts and trades 160,000 into another halt, then unhalts and trades exactly double that. So 320. So I mean, more eyes are looking at this thing than there was when it first halted. Certainly. So I don't feel like this thing is going to be done, but I don't want to try to take a trade off of this next halt. But we have a lot of wicks. So, I mean, this thing can really go. Yeah, we've got a lot of wick days, so this thing likes to move on catalysts, it seems. Man, now we're into some really interesting territory here with resistance. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, good morning, man. Any trades for you today? So far, I'm just sitting tight. I was looking to get some trades on EVAX, if I can say it right. But I didn't end up taking any trades. Charting looks kind of terrible right now when we have these wicks right here. We had these two spikes here and rejections, and I don't know if that was algos or what that was, but it was very interesting looking. We're just consolidating here now. I'm not really too interested in trading it until it can maybe curl back up over 25, but and then SLNG, I don't know if you've seen this one, but we had a headline this morning. The DOE approves, what was it here? Yeah, exportation of liquefied natural gas for the next 28 years term. So I mean that's a pretty long time. To me, it seems like a pretty good headline. But where are we at here with? So resumption, if it's a 10-minute halt, is going to be at 10:10 or 9:10 my time here and 29 seconds. But this is now the third halt, and I'm not super interested in trading it here. Man, I feel you on that. I was actually just talking about that probably to nobody this morning. I wasn't, yeah, I was feeling a bit sleepy and I wasn't looking to get super aggressive, so I was going to kind of take smaller share size because I've also kind of been having that. So I've been doing a little experimenting myself, trying to see what factors, because I feel like there's some mornings where I wake up and I'm like, I'm ready to go. I feel like I feel like I'm refreshed from a good night's sleep. Other mornings I wake up and it feels like I got hit in the face by a train, and I can't seem to shake that feeling. So I totally know how you feel. And it's hard to do something like trading where you really need to be on your toes and decisive and, nimble with your decision making. Otherwise, you can get got. So yeah, that's tough, man. I know how you feel. Resumption though on this. Let's see. Where were we at? Should be in about a minute and a half. Yeah, that could be that too. Yeah, today it's real cool here. I mean, yesterday, was pretty much from what I could see on the forecast, the nice or the last, well, nice is subjective, but the last warm day because it got up to like 85 yesterday here, um, in Wisconsin, and yeah, and now today and looking forward at the forecast, it's like 60s, and that's pretty much that, 50s, 60s. So if SLNG is a 10-minute halt, it's going to resume in about 30 seconds here. Now, the thing that I'm skeptical about on this thing is, yeah, we're at the third halt, and I would maybe look for a dip on this thing, but there's an imminent threat of a halt down. So looking for an aggressive for like the panic dip could be very risky to get caught in a halt down. So we'll watch here. It's higher resumption. Like, look at that. It's gonna hold up there for now. There was maybe the dip right there, 1040, but I'm not gonna take that. Yeah, so that's what I was just talking about there. And that's why I wasn't looking to get too aggressive on this resumption. It bought the dip there at 40. It did give a pop up to 80, so it maybe could have had a quick scalp there, but I wasn't interested in trading it. And yeah, this is what I was just talking about. That I was skeptical of is that buying a dip, you get caught in a halt down. That's what it's doing right now. So yeah, I don't think this thing is down and out yet, but I'm not really. I don't like trading stocks that are just one halt after another, and that's kind of looking like that's how this one's gonna be. Whoa. SLNG, what do we have for float? Yeah, only a 2.7 million float. So this thing could certainly go to the moon, but it's gonna be very halty. Man, I was looking at my trades yesterday. I don't know if you saw my recap at all, but I was looking at my trade yesterday from on NRBO. What was that one? Well, let me just, why we scroll? Oh, that's why. There we go. So my trade yesterday at NRBO on this halt resumption here. So I was looking at it. My entry ended up being right here at 54. So I kind of caught the bottom, well, almost the bottom of the candle. I mean, not quite, but and then my exit ended up being at 73. So what happened with the price action? And yeah, and literally the second that I hit the sell button is when, and it's something that I need to pay more attention to is the time in sales because I hit the sell button right when we had a couple of green orders come through, and then those couple of green orders triggered a big block of buyers. So I don't know if that's what triggered it, but that shortly followed right after those couple green orders was a big block, and then it broke out by I mean we had the bids break by $1 a share in like a second, literally right when I hit the sell button. That was, man, I don't think I've ever been that close to a nice trade, and it was, I mean, it was a small winner, but it was basically break even. It was only like 20 cents on a expensive or more expensive stock. So yeah, Right, yeah, that's the thing. And actually, that's similar to what I just realized on um, SLNG, though, is it can kind of go, yeah, ores dropped. Right, it could kind of go either way. So we had, like, if we look at this resumption here, so not the one we just had, but the, what was it, the third resumption? Second resumption. Right? Yeah, yeah. So we resumed in this, we dipped, and then we got bought up, and we held here around 40s, 50s for like 2, 3 seconds, where it kind of jumped around this area. Um, so you can, yeah, I feel like I don't know what the right way to approach looking at it is. Is like what you say? Is it just kind of stabilizing right here for a split second before it makes another move up? And that was the case in this context here, or in this case here, but. Then right here, we resumed and we made a little push and we were holding here around 50. Kind of the same thing for a second and then ended up flushing down. So obviously, there's going to be more people looking to sell off this resumption than this one. So maybe that was the difference. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to figure out, where to draw the line with that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know if there is ever any exact answers when it comes to trading. Just so much nuance and small details. Yeah, green trade is green. Absolutely. Let's take a look here at EVAX. What are we doing? So we broke down. There was two ways this was going to go out of the consolidation. It was going to break up or down. This is not the direction that I was hoping to see. There's SLNG. Yeah, this thing is not done yet. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely certain. It's up or down. Yeah, and it's going to go into another halt up. So this is definitely going to be a halty stock. And I don't like really trading stocks that just halt one time after another. So if nothing new pops up on the scans, it's possible today is no trade day for me. Um, but I might look to take a couple smaller size trades on SLNG. I hate to just not trade this thing at all. I mean, it's up 110% now, but yeah. Yeah, your stop is going to have to be big if you're going to do a longer hold. Otherwise, the kind of trades that I would like to take on it are like I don't even know, maybe buying, kind of like a dip and either you're right or you're wrong, so it either bounces or you stop out right away. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have a great analysis on a stock like this. AGRI, this one's still trying, but yeah, same kind of case. The volume is, I mean, it's light, but there's certainly still good volume there. Um, but yeah, not much action. I'm not really interested still. Depending on where this halt opens, I feel like this thing could be strong off this. Because I mean, if you're an early short seller or you sold, maybe you're short now, and we just halted to the upside. High of day is only $1 a share away, so we might see some more action on this thing. But this thing's got a history of popping and fading like crazy. I mean, you can see the daily chart here. Actually, this is the weekly chart. My fault. So the daily chart is not quite the same look, but it's kind of similar. Um, I mean, yeah. So it is. We've got these, probably catalyst pops and then fade. Yeah, the daily chart is not nice. It's not a very good look. So we halted at 16 and 34 seconds. So give it about a minute and a half till resumption. NYA. Wait, what's that one? YX. This is halted up. Oh, is this this is an IPO? It was at $1.85. Now at 36. What? Not sure if that's right. So I have no idea about this one here. Let's take a look in a second. So resumption here is going to be at 34 if it's a 10-minute halt. Oh no, if it's a 5-minute halt, I should say. And this, I don't think this thing has really halted for 5 minutes at a time once yet. Oh, I guess the last halt was, so we'll watch here. And there's a dip and rip right there to 80. Beautiful, and I almost hit it, but now it looks like it's going to hold down. Maybe not. Man, that one was clean right there. We jumped $1.50 a share too. But I want to stay aware of the risk on this thing. So we're hanging out right on VWAP here. Gosh, I have so many lines on the chart. I do not like it. So we pretty much bounced off this daily level here at 32. First 1 minute candle making new highs over this level here at 90. Man, just not quite decisive enough. And this is kind of what's going hand in hand with the with sleep, man. I feel like my reaction time these last few days has just not been quite there. Like I feel like my brain and fingers are just not quite on the same level. I don't know. I've also noticed that I've just been a bit more hesitant in general over the last couple weeks, and that could just be I don't know, a bit of a fear-based motive. Or just I don't know. I don't know what it is. Not wanting to give back gains from other days, or what. What's causing me to be, a bit indecisive. I mean, sleep is certainly a factor. There's plenty of studies you can go read about, the impact of sleep on decision making and reaction time and all that jazz. And this is certainly a business where you have to have very critical decision making. There's no room for indecisiveness when trading. Yeah, man, slow and steady wins the race. Couldn't have said it better. Yeah, and it's interesting. It is like stages. I feel like I've noticed myself go through different stages where there's been a couple of months in the past where I've noticed I'm swinging at everything that moves. I'm taking trade after trade, and then there's other stages where I've kind of evolved into trading more, thoughtfully and methodically, and trading better, and then kind of slump into that. Maybe not trading enough, and that's maybe where I feel like I am at right now. But this is definitely not the market, though, to be swinging at everything that moves. So, kind of the style of taking fewer trades, I guess, is probably the right approach in this market. But just want to make sure I'm not, you know, leaving experience and lessons on the table by just not trading anything. Not only gains, but yeah, the experience from actually taking the trades and what you might learn from it. So, SLNG kind of looks like EVAX now, how we're just consolidating in this range by VWAP, except we're kind of coming into this pivot here, or this pennant rather, on the 15 second. The only thing about this stock now that we're kind of trading and we're not halting a bunch. Um, it really is swinging. I mean, there's 30-cent swings in here really quickly. I mean, look at that from 82 to 32, and there's 50 cents in a matter of 1 second. So, definitely going to be aware of the risk on this stock. Seems like the market to just be shorting the leading gappers. Man, if you started shorting the leading gappers last week, you'd be sitting pretty. Still consolidating here, which is good. We're consolidating high, so this is bullish right now. Um, yeah, we're up 103%. We've got this double bottom here at 79. Well, no, low of that one's 81, so I guess the low is 80. Kind of a double bottom there. We tried breaking out of this range, and we did to 11 and then rejected. It looks like it's going to try again here. So if I got short in this level, in this range here, where am I going to stop out? Would that hit 11? Yeah, we rejected, so the double top off 11. So if I got short in this range, I feel like shorts would maybe be stopping out over 11, maybe over 1170. Obviously, we've got the high of day level, which we know usually shorts will put the stops at there, but I don't know. This thing looks like it's kind of gearing up. And if this, I mean, if this thing squeezes, it's going to go into another halt. Probably entering at 1150. Yeah. Or if they got in on this range, I'm just curious, where, just kind of talking it through, where shorts would have stops at. Are you saying that you think 1150, or if that's where shorts would have jumped on this thing, it's at 1150? Oh, you think they'd add at 1150? Okay. So you're saying you don't think you don't think shorts would cover until high of day? Yeah, I guess. Well, just looking at the daily chart on this, if I was a short seller, I would look to be aggressive on this, just given it has such a history of popping and fading with basically no follow through on any of them. I mean, it's like a day or two at the very most. Well, here's three. We had a bit of run up, but yeah. So if this 100% move in one day, given the history of it, I feel like, in a few days' time, we're going to end up down here. But, I don't know how to judge this headline, but to me, this seems pretty good. Up to the equivalent of 21, oh my gosh, 51.75 billion cubic feet per year of domestically produced LNG. Liquefied natural gas. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So, I mean, headline seems decent there. Oops. Looks like it wants to crack 11. Oh, yep, there's 1142. The first free test of 11 held. It's holding up. There's 1149. So with that really quick pop over 11, it seems like that's some short covering. But I could be wrong. Because, I mean, it instantly ripped from 11 to 1150. So I feel like that was some short covering there. I was trying to hold it down. Could be only buyers because the price is likely to spike up to that 1150. Yeah, but the only reason I say that is because it wasn't like, I mean, it was instant. It was an instant snap. I mean, pretty much. But yeah, yeah, it could not been. I'm not sure. Because yeah, it was the break of 11, so it would have been a good long there. And it hit right off of 49 and bounced off. We've got SLNG. Looks like NVTA popped up on the scans. We'll take a look at it. Oh, wow, I got hiccups. And sneezes, apparently. Oh, yeah. NVTA, I'm not too interested here. Up 7%. Let's see where EVAX is at. So he sold off, and we're trying to curl back up towards VWAP. But, yeah, no interest really right now in this stock. So we've got this descending resistance here. If we can crack that, it might be decent, but I think we could also flush. Might see $10 real fast, though. Yeah. Yeah, it could happen really quick. Oops. So one thing I see that I don't, after having it for this week, thing that I don't love about the E-Trade Pro level 2 here is it works good. But it doesn't update as fast as I'd like it to. Just the tick update, it goes tick by tick, and ideally it would move, as fast as the charts or the time in sales, but it takes maybe every, I don't know what that is, half a second. I mean, it's not bad, it's fine, but I'd like it if it updated as fast as like the chart or time in sales. 'Cause I've noticed, I'm pretty sure like I've noticed RT's level 2, which is DAS, right? I'm pretty sure. And that one updates quicker. Small details, but little things like that can help give you an edge. Oh, so there's kind of the break there. Some don't because it's too fast. Yeah, see, I think I'd prefer the speed versus the. I mean, yeah, you could definitely miss bids. I mean, I've seen his moving. I mean, it's real fast. You got to be quick, but you can miss certain orders if you're not paying close enough attention. But I think I'd rather sacrifice that for a little more speed. So how come you're not able to use DAS anymore? 1 billion. Yeah, I bet it's moving. Yeah, super quickly. Which that could be. Yeah, I can see how that can be a bad thing for some people. It could be hard to read if it's moving so fast. Man, I was just a little hesitant on the stock. Best trade in my opinion here was what I missed, and I mean, I felt it in my, I don't know, my gut where I was like, buy button, hit the buy, and I didn't, I left it. Then it ripped $1.50. It's a nice pop there. Okay, yeah, I got you. That's kind of what I figured, and that's mainly the reason why I didn't go with DAS. I would like to use it at some point in the future. But yeah, that definitely happens. I mean, it's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes yeah, life comes first. At least you didn't do like me when I was first kind of getting into trading. Well, I'm not even first getting into trading, but just last year, when I was before. Well, I don't want to say last year. I would say probably 2 years ago at this point, where I was trying more of the swing trade style, and I basically just held the bag on a bunch of growth stocks when the market rotated out of growth like crazy. Um, and yeah, so one share on the 12 spike. Yeah, we're holding up here. I mean, the stock looks pretty good. We've consolidated after this. Didn't give up too much ground. There's a big flush. let's see if I can even find it. I think I took a picture of this. Whoops. Yeah, so it was. This was from, whoops. What just happened there? That was odd. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this thing has has fuel left in it. Anyway, what I was saying when I was just first getting into it, or first getting into the swing trade style, I took a bunch of positions on like growth. Ended up being up on quite a few of them, and then when last November hit and everything started rotating, or investors rotated out of growth plays, everything went from all the, like I was in a bunch of SPACs, I was in a bunch of like stuff like that, and then those all got kind of hammered down. And then when I sold everything, it was down $1,500, and that's why I kind of moved to the more day trading style. Not to say that swing trading doesn't work by any means. Obviously, a lot of people make it lucrative for them, but for me, I ended up just being more of a bag holder and didn't have a whole lot of like concrete analysis to go off of, and didn't really know exactly what I was doing. And yeah, and that was, I mean, that was over a 50% loss. That was like a $2,800 account or something. No, swinging's not easy, and it might be something that I give another shot in my trading career, I guess you could say. Um, is just trying to get a little bit more better at the craft of swing trading. But as of right now, day trading just kind of seems to suit me a little bit better. Yeah, swinging small caps. I never really tried swinging small. Well, I guess some of them were smaller caps. But yeah, I was never up before I am. So maybe that's where I went wrong. So this is my more recent swing that ended up being nice. Um, if you can really, oh wait, I'm doing the wrong thing here. Swing on Tesla that I actually ended up doing pretty well on. But I just haven't been giving the time, energy, and focus into really trying a whole lot of swing trading recently. But that one ended up being pretty nice. So there's certainly lots of potential. Well, what was this one here? Yeah. And this is why I don't. This was averaging down. AQB. It's trading at $1 a share. Now, as it stands today, it's sub dollar. I started buying in. Actually, I started buying in at on a different platform at $13 a share, and then averaged down from 13 to 10, 9.30, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, and that's when I drew the line in the sand. And so probably the last time I'll ever do something like that, but it's good to learn lessons now and move on. That actually ended up being my two biggest losses ever. Day trading and swing trading were from averaging down. So I've learned my lesson with averaging down, and I won't do it anymore. Yeah, at least it isn't a 100K loss, right? I mean, of course, everything's relative. So for me, I like, at the time, I mean, still, a $1,500 loss for me is a pretty substantial chunk. Um, like I said, I mean, it was about 50% of the account. So if you, yeah, so if it was $100,000 account, I mean, there's 50 grand. It's big. Yeah. Hey, man. We'll get there. This is only the tip of the iceberg for dudes like us. That is for sure. And I feel very optimistic going forward for the future months and years, which is a good feeling because it's certainly a struggle when you kind of get into the rut of feeling like for me it was when I had my account open for a year and I was down after the year of trading. I was like, really? I just put and this is after I had been in the markets for quite some time. Like when I opened my first account, I was actually looking back on it, and I opened my first account in 2018. So it was when I had gotten advertised to by Robinhood, funny enough, downloaded Robinhood, and then started playing around with Dogecoin. And actually, when I first got it, Dogecoin went like 30, 40%, in one of the first days that I had it. So right away, when I kind of first got into the markets, I was like, man, 40%, like I knew the power of 40%, on interest. Or I mean, obviously it's not compounding, but if I put $100 in, there's $140. Um, so when I first got into it, now I'm trying to remember where the heck I was going with that. My mind got totally sidetracked when I started talking about Dogecoin. Man, Dogecoin was one of the things that, funny enough, when crypto and everything else took a huge crash in 2020 when COVID hit, um, I put a grand into Dogecoin when it was 0.0017, so it was about a tenth of a penny, an eighth of a penny. And then I ended up selling for a 20%, 25% gain. So I made like $250 on it when the market started bouncing back, and then it ended up going like 20,000%. So that was another thing where, yeah, okay, so this kind of ties back into what I was saying, where like I beat myself up on that so much for taking the $250 loss. And to be quite honest, that probably reinforced my habit of what I would do a lot is just holding the bag too long or not taking any profits when I was green and hoping for, a bigger move. Is because that was like, man, I could have bought a house, with $1,000 going up 20, 30,000%. Like that's a lot of money. But obviously, looking back on it, there's no way I would have held the entire move anyway. So that was, it's easy to say, shoulda, woulda, coulda. But yeah, then what I was saying was the other thing that was kind of took a toll on my kind of mental state with trading was, yeah, after I traded for a year of really being in the markets for like two already at that point, kind of trying different styles of trading, day trading a little bit, mainly swing trading, trying crypto, trying stocks, trying whatever it may be. Not really finding any success, and then really gave it a go with my first account in February of last year, and then traded from February last year to February of this year, in sim, and then I was down, and I'm like, well, what the heck? I just gave a year of my time trading every single day, and only for me, I started the account with 5 grand and ended the account with like 4,100, and I was like, man, I just put a year of time into this just to be red. Like that sucks. And so for a couple months after that, I really felt like I was kind of stagnating. And that I kind of psych myself out a little bit with that because I'm like, man, if I'm putting in all this time, like I can't not be progressing because then I'm just, wasting my time. And I only have a finite amount of that, you know. So, but I will say in the last couple of months, I've been noticing that I've been a bit more consistent, been a bit more disciplined, with my rules, which is good. And I've learned some good lessons in terms of taking big losses. Um, so yeah, I'm very optimistic for these next couple of years. Sagittarius. Oh man, dude, I actually, I never so. I wish I could pull it up. Maybe I might be able to find it. So I think I still have. Oh no, I don't because I transferred all my stuff out of Robinhood and then they liquidated my crypto, which I only had a couple $100 of crypto in there. But let me see if I can find this real quick. So this was the thing on Doge where was it? Oh my gosh. So yeah. So I sold 207,000 coins at 0.0023 and then it went to like, 70 cents. So I mean, that's 150 grand. So that would have been pretty cool. Um There was something else I was trying to find actually here. So yeah, oh yeah, I did buy one Dogecoin at point zero zero, well, $1 worth of Dogecoin. So 283 Doge at 0.0035, and I held that because, and that was the thing was I had a position that I was just kind of holding in Doge just for the heck of it, like I was like 100, 150 bucks or whatever, and then decided, nah, it's not doing anything, it's not worth it. I'm gonna take it out, put in something else that I think has more potential, and I'm gonna keep $1 in it just so I can see. I don't remember what my logic was. I think it was because I didn't have it. I couldn't figure out how to. Well, that's what it was. Just so it was in my positions because I wanted to pay attention to it in case it was going to do something crazy. So I bought $1 worth at at 0.35 and then added a little bit as it squeezed, just for the heck of it, and then ended up going to 60, 70 cents. Yeah, not enough education. Yeah, it was me too, for sure. Not enough education, and if I'm being honest, let's see, when was this? So I sold that May 21st. So Dogecoin really popped. So it's about a year and a half ago. So I'm trying to think to myself, would I have been responsible with the money a year and a half ago? Because I wasn't as serious in trading. Didn't really know exactly. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's interesting doing some reflecting, but I probably would not have been nearly as responsible with the money then, even a year and a half ago, as I was now. Something that always boggles my mind is when you read about people that win the lottery and go broke. This makes me shake my head. It's like all you would really need to do winning the lottery, take 10% of your winnings. If you win like a jackpot or something, take just such a small amount, put it into some dividend paying stocks, and you're good. Don't live a completely extravagant, ridiculous lifestyle, and you're good. No, people don't know how to use money, and it's because I don't know, this stuff isn't taught at all. Like I very much had to seek out this information on my own, and it wasn't. I mean, even though I took a personal finance, like I've always been interested in finance. I took finance classes in high school, but yeah, as far as investing and like retirement and that kind of stuff, I very much had to seek that out in my own on my own time. But even someone like me, um, starting starting an investment, just a reoccurring investment when I'm in my younger, lower 20s is gonna be huge later. Well, yeah, I just mean like with investing, like thinking about my parents, for example, they weren't um it just wasn't really something that was taught, and it was something that was kind of fear of the unknown. Was that yeah, my parents just never my dad was very much into saving and would put money into savings, but never invested any of it um for years and years and years. And then some stuff ended up hitting the fan anyway, and that savings dwindled. So yeah, it was just not great. So all right, well, while I was monologuing there for some time, it doesn't look like anything new popped on the scans. Nothing new is really being called out. I really would like to take a trade today, and I missed a couple of them here on SLNG. Thing's still consolidating though high, so I really feel like this thing could make another move in the later hours of the day. Because we really haven't given back that much off the top of high of day. I'll be right back. These? All right. Hey man, welcome to the live stream. I'm here Monday through Friday, looking to trade low float stocks. Looking to grow small cap large. Currently on the day, I have no trades. No trades I took so far. The best opportunity was potentially on SLNG. We're up 108% right now on the day. And it moved off of a catalyst. They were going to begin. They got approval by the DOE to start exporting liquefied natural gas. That was the report. And it looks pretty decent here. How we're holding up so high. All this consolidation high seems bullish to me. Alrighty. Profitable traders play Fortnite Battle Royale. New video by Mighty. I'm gonna have to check that one out. Ooh, that's an interesting post there. Ooh, so the headline on that PR might be a bit of a truth stretching. It says that they can export 51, but according to SEC filings, disclose they can daily protection, blah, 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 less than 4 cubic feet. Short this. Okay. It's an interesting look on the situation here. Though recently in this market, it does seem like shorting moves like this would pay off. Looking to pump this up and squeeze is fundamental. Let's squeeze it. Yeah, we'll see. I really don't feel like this thing is done yet today. Oh, wow. RTX 4000 announced, huh? Oh, okay, and that includes everything. There's some selling pressure here. Okay, take a look at scans here. Really nothing. NOGN. This looks like it's moving. It's not there. What? Yeah. This one's cheaper. It's just a little random pop. Not interested in that one. Let's see. What are we doing in the markets? Market is still trading pretty much sideways. Up 0.2%. Man, so going back, and I'm gonna have to go back and look at today. Because I really feel like a day like today shouldn't be a no trade day with SLNG. So maybe I was a bit too quickly to kind of to discount this as high risk and not want to touch it. Inherently, this is going to be higher risk, but I should just reflect that with my share size that I'm taking instead of just saying, I'm not going to touch it. Especially after this first, this halt, this dip got bought up so nicely. Definitely is. So tough pickings right now. There's really nothing that I can find that I'm interested in trading. EVAX, no good. Another one of these really weird spikes. Had some funky action on it this morning. So straight away out the gates, we have these two wicks that I don't know what this was, but I mean, there's a 40-cent topping wick right there, but it happened like that. And same thing right here, same thing right here, same thing right here. I mean, I don't know what that is. If it's just algos manipulating it or having fun with it, I don't know. So, no good there. So it looks like SLNG. We made a pop over these levels. So first candle making a new high here, but I think it was the first 5-minute candle. Yeah, so we broke up by about 20 cents. Eh. Yeah, I'm not sure what it's going to take for this one to get going again. I feel like we have to get up towards 11, maybe 11.50. I mean, we're right up on 11, actually. volume continues to come in. I mean, only 8.2 million volume on the day. Realistically, that's not that much. Talking momentum stocks, it's not that much. So, hey, he's back. Oh, gotcha. How do you make your coffee? Yeah, I know my girlfriend, she likes coffee and she usually makes it in a French press. So it's kind of the same thing. It's a little more time consuming. Maybe not even time consuming, but it's just less passive than throwing it into a coffee machine. I see Mighty posted a video. Profitable traders play Fortnite Battle Royale. It's kind of funny because I saw you guys briefly talking about playing a couple rounds of something. Is that what you guys were talking about going to play? A hand grind and a cloth drip filter, which I need to hold as well. Nice. I respect it. That's some craftsmanship right there. As I watch and wait. Time is 10:15 now. So getting close to wrapping it up. Yeah, I believe it. Like I said, you're talking to the wrong guy because I'm not a big. I believe you, but I don't know because I'm not a big coffee guy. Man, I mean, I don't want to say slow day. Don't want to call it a slow day because I'm just discounting opportunities. But overall, it has certainly been slow. Oh, really? Is your first time playing it? Okay. Yeah, I used to play it quite a bit with my buddy. When it first kind of came out in the first few seasons, I was pretty big into it. Ah, you were PUBG, okay. And I never really played PUBG. I only played it like a handful of times, not even. Man, I have not been playing games hardly at all recently. My buddy's been trying to get me to play Valorant with him. I played a couple times, but eh. Can't really sit down and play video games anymore like I could before, like I used to be able to. Which I think that's okay. Yeah, slim pickings today. Is that Graham Stephan on the thumbnail with him? Stephen Steven, whatever his name is. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Wait, let me look. Yeah, it totally is. It's funny. Yeah, he's a finance YouTuber. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's got like, let's see what he's have. 4 million subs. Oh, okay. Oh no, I didn't realize it was a live stream. Yeah, I see. I see now that it was, yeah, streamed 13 hours ago. No, I didn't watch it. How'd you do? How'd you feel about the building of the game? It's a pretty unique aspect of it. Nice. You guys won. That's impressive. Okay. Yeah, you don't need it. You don't need to build. It's just you certainly don't need to, but it helps. I was always a big fan of it. I know a lot of people hated on that aspect of the game, but I thought it was kind of cool. Something about it that made it pretty unique. Well, well, well. SIFX on scanners. S no S F SFIX. Oh, that's a 5 minute. Yeah. Not interested in this one here. Well, come on. Stock market? A bit stingy today. I mean, honestly, the best opportunity is maybe trying to trade this range, but I usually don't do super well trading consolidation zones. So I don't know. Not interested in trading this thing right now. Anyone calling out anything in the Discord? Hmm. CFREY. No, I don't like this one. There's hardly any range on it. Volume's light. I wonder if AMPX is going to end up making a move today. Stock that made a really nice move yesterday, but I didn't end up doing very well on it. I don't know anything about this. Let's look at all the volume. Let's look at the level 2 on it. Whoa, why did this pop up? Yeah, this one's $18 a share. I'm not going to end up trading it at all. 18 cents a share, I should say, not dollars. All right, well, I guess we're approaching 10:30, and there's really nothing right now that's on my radar of wanting to take trades on. So I think I'm going to shut things down here and get out of here for today. My kind of cutoff point for today is like quarter to 11 o'clock anyway, so I think is now is as good a time as I need to call it. So no trades on the day. Looking back, there was briefly some opportunity on evacs, maybe, but I mean not really. The one thing that kind of worked on it is we had a bit of red to green, which isn't. Well, let me pull up the 1 minute. So we dipped off the open here, and this dip to 30 to 13 ended up providing maybe 10 cents, but that's not really a trade that I want to be taking all that consistently, and I wasn't looking for that setup on the stock. And then SLNG, there was two dip and rips off of resumption that were nice. So we had this very first one, which I missed, and then this one wasn't as clean. We halted down. Actually, let me grab the 15-second because you can't really tell in the 1 minute actually. So it was right here on this resumption. So we resumed high and we pulled back right into the halt spot. So it halted at 73 and we pulled back to 75, 2 cents off that level. And when it hit 80, I was so close to hitting the buy button, and then it popped. I mean, and this popped $1.50 a share right there. So even if I catch, half that move, it still would have been a really nice trade. So that's all right. Left that maybe this was the one that I kind of left on the table, but at the same time, it's higher risk because we opened here and we just did halt down. Granted, we were curling back up towards highs here, so yeah, but the threat of a halt down was definitely still there. So you know what, it is what it is. Going forward in the future, I probably would like to take this trade, even though it is high risk, but just adjust my share size accordingly. If something's a bit higher risk, instead of just discounting it as too risky and not taking trades, just maybe take a few on smaller share size and see what I can learn from it. So yeah, we'll see. I'll scan as I usually do. I'll come back and like look at the scans and Discord around like maybe 2 and see if this thing's maybe made another move back up. I'm optimistic still because we're still just consolidating high. So maybe this thing will give us some more opportunity. Power hour. But if not, it is what it is. We'll see what the market's willing to give. But yeah, Rockling, appreciate you being in chat as always. Giving me your thoughts. I'll be back tomorrow. So you have yourself a good day. Might be playing Fortnite tonight. Hey, if you do, let me know because I might be interested if I'm not working. So, was there something else I was gonna say? I think that was everything. But all right, cool, man. Well, I'll catch you later. If I don't catch you tonight, probably tomorrow. So have yourself a good one, man. Later.